You're watching 48 Fastcast.
All right, y'all, 7:01. Thanks for joining us for our 48 Fastcast, where you get the news, weather, traffic updates in 10 minutes or less.
Yeah, and the weather is looking amazing this week, leading into the weekend, the holiday.
Yeah, looks good today as well as for your 4th of July and the weekend to follow too. Very fortunate timing of that cold front we had come through earlier this week on Tuesday. Dew point in the mid to upper 60s. As I promised you yesterday morning during Fastcast, it would turn out to be a nice day. Now we still hit a high temperature of 92 degrees, Huntsville International Airport, and we're forecasting 93 today. It just won't feel as bad. The air's not as heavy because of the dry air. We'll have a little bit of a breeze out of the north and east. Look how close the air temperature is to that feels like temperature in pink. The air temperature is in red. Pink is your heat index. It will feel like mid-90s for the most part today with that wind blowing around. Should be very, very nice. And this morning it feels great out the door. Forecasting a dry 4th of July Friday. As for the weekend afterwards, so boating, camping, hiking, anything like that looks great. Storm chances increase, as does the humidity into next work week. Not so much a foggy start this morning. Traffic volume could be a little bit lighter because tomorrow is the 4th. Temperatures right now in the mid 60s to low 70s.
This is your 48 First Alert Road Report, sponsored by Bankston Motorhomes.
Taking a quick look at the Parkway this morning for your morning traffic. Things moving very smoothly there, so you love to see that. We still have a little bit of a slowdown here on 72 eastbound, people coming into the city here, but nothing too much to worry about. Going a little bit slower on 72, so just be prepared. And then up here towards the 231, US 231 southbound coming down into Huntsville, still a little bit of a slowdown there, so just be prepared for that if you're coming from up that way. Decatur to Huntsville right now, 20 minutes. Athens to Huntsville, 27.
Well, a lawsuit has been filed against a Huntsville city employee claiming that he caused serious injuries to a family in a car wreck in February of last year. Sean Randall works in the Huntsville Landscape Management Department. In February of 2024, he was involved in a wreck at the intersection of Triana Boulevard and Hillcrest Court. The crash report says Randall made a left turn and hit the family's car. Randall was driving a City of Huntsville work truck at the time. Now, 1 year later, toxicology reports revealed he was drunk during that accident. He was then arrested and charged. Randall is expected to face a judge later this month. The civil suit against him is still pending. One girl at the Pathway facility for troubled teens in Owens Crossroads ran away yesterday. Police Chief Jason Dobbins tells us he was able to convince the girl to go back after she initially refused to go back with those Pathway employees. Last fall, there was a riot at the facility where several people were hurt and 6 girls were arrested. Since then, Pathway has come under a lot of scrutiny of the Owens Crossroads City Council.
A church in Sheffield was gutted in a fire. Once fire crews got the initial fire under control, it rekindled later that evening. Now, Sheffield Fire Chief Matt Mothershed tells us the First United Pentecostal Church is a total loss. Mothershed said that the fire rekindled quickly after it was first put out. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Investigators are still working to figure out how it started in the first place. And one person was killed in a crash in Morgan County. The crash happened around 6 p.m. yesterday on Highway 36 near Black Ground Road. That's in the Lacey Spring area. Now, this accident forced authorities to shut down that road for several hours, but it has since reopened.
The discovery of several grams of fentanyl resulted in a Florence man being charged with drug trafficking. Lauderdale County Drug Task Force agents arrested Timothy Rust on Tuesday after searching a home on Chestnut Street. Florence police say 15 grams of fentanyl and meth was found. Rust is charged with trafficking fentanyl and drug possession. Colbert County authorities, meanwhile, have arrested a Tuscumbia man they believe was selling drugs near a school. Cleo Barnett was arrested Saturday after being indicted by a grand jury. The indictment alleges that he sold crack cocaine near a school in Cherokee in April. He is charged with selling or distributing crack cocaine. Our media partners at the Times Daily report his arraignment is set for September 11th. Barnett is also charged with drug trafficking in a separate case out of Lauderdale County.
Well, still to come, we have an update on several Huntsville City Schools projects that are happening, where those construction projects are taking place ahead. Welcome back. Even though school isn't in session right now, it's still a busy time for Huntsville City Schools.
Yeah, construction crews are working to finish several projects before students head back to class on August 4th. By the time they do get back, the Huntsville Center for Technology should be finished. The facility was created to bring all of the district-wide career tech programs under one roof. Crews are also working on adding new classrooms to the Goldsmith, Schiffman Elementary and Hampton Cove Middle School. Turf fields are being added to Columbia, Jemison, and Grissom high schools. Craig Williams with Huntsville City Schools says students and parents should be excited to see the finished products.
Every school year, the beginning of the school year is always an exciting time when parents are doing the back to school shopping. We're waxing the floors, making sure the buildings are welcoming, getting the grass cut and pulling weeds from the flower beds, all that type of thing. But obviously it's even more exciting knowing that we have a capital plan that's coming to life and coming to fruition, and seeing dirt moving across the city and seeing the buildings go up.
Last year, the district approved a 10-year capital plan that outlined the long-term vision for schools in the city.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Eric Burke.
Hard to believe they're talking about schools going back in session, but we're not going to rush into that. We've got a nice 4th of July holiday weekend to look forward to. Perfect for the pool, boating, camping, outside, inside, whatever you've got going. Big barbecue. I like that idea. 93 your high today, 95 for the 4th itself, and we're staying in the mid 90s by the weekend. Humidity levels creeping up a bit for Saturday, Sunday, so you might notice by the weekend it does feel a touch more humid, and then the humidity comes roaring back into next week, and that will mean more chances for rain showers and storms. Today, I think we'll see a bit more cloud cover than sunshine, especially compared to yesterday. Future radar trying to hint at a shower. We're going to keep the forecast dry for today as well as tomorrow. Dew point right now in the 60s to low 70s. We'll have a breeze today out of the north and east, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. But look at your 4th of July. If you're watching any of the firework displays today or tomorrow, looks good. Temperatures in the evening should be in the mid to upper 70s. My best advice, just don't forget that insect repellent, as the bugs, they also like to watch the fireworks with you.
Great advice there. So definitely do that, and definitely enjoy your 4th of July holiday. Thanks for joining us here on the Fastcast. Make sure to come back for noon with Gina and Eric. All right, have a great day, guys.